through friends, because my parents weren't really there for me as a kid growing up. I mean, we did have the nice time when I was up to about 6 years old, and I think that's where I learned a lot of my compassion and love and so forth at the age of, from birth till 6. But from 7 until 13, I was on my own. I was on the streets, fishing on Newport Pier until the next day, sleeping on the pier. I mean, I couldn't even imagine my child doing that, but my parents only knew as good as they were taught.
Yeah.
And that's how it comes to this country. The parents only know as good as they're taught. If you're not willing to pick up a book and learn a little bit about being a true parent, it's not saying that it's lost, but I think the family connection, the nuclear family, is almost gone. It is almost gone. And I think the government has a lot to do with separating and saying it's okay to have only a mom. Yeah. Or only a dad.
Or a village raises a kid.
Yeah.
The thing is if you say everybody raises the kid, nobody raises the kid. No. I mean, it becomes this cop-out for not being responsible for your kid anymore. It's like, no, it takes a village to raise the kid. What?
No. So I always think about this too. The situation is, when I brought my son into this world, I had a job until I was 18 to make sure I perform and be the best father I possibly can be. Because my dad, he chose drugs over me. And I get it, but I'm not gonna be the victim. I'm not gonna say, woe is me, it's my fault, so I'm gonna be a drug addict for my dad, I'm being in jail. No. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna be a victor, I'm gonna get the Rolls Royce Phantom. Yeah. I'm gonna get the house on the water.
Success was your drug.
I'm gonna get the boat behind my house. I'm gonna make sure I don't have to worry about paying my phone bill, my light bill, or my water bill. Food on the table. These are the type of things that I grew up on. I grew up on government cheese. I grew up in the democratic lifestyle because that was the handouts that people expected. And yes, when people, I'm not trying to put down anyone, but when people have hard times, yeah, you can get a handout here and there, but don't expect that to be there for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
And a lot of people expect that. And I never wanted that. I never want to be the victim mentality. That was in my mind right off the bat from day one. I've always wanted to do something better. I want to better myself each and every day. And it was hard. There's a lot of times that I felt like a victim, like, oh, woe is me, like, oh, my mom not there for me, my dad was never there for me, my dad never hugged me, told me he loved me, my dad never said, I'm proud of you. I took that as, this is a challenge now. He never told me that, I'm gonna raise my children, I'm gonna tell them that. I'm gonna be there for them. I'm gonna grab a hold of them and say, I love you, I'm proud of you, son. And things like that are so heart-wrenching for a lot of families because it's hard for them to do, to sit down and have a family conversation where they talk and be not their best friend. I'm not my kid's friend. Right. Until he's 18, I am not his friend. My oldest son, Jacob's 20 now, and I'm still not his friend, I'm his dad. My twins, Jesse and Journey, who are 13, I'm not their friend. I'm not your buddy and joke around with. No, because I see other parents like that with their kids and they want to be friends. Because maybe their father was so strict with them that they never had a friendship and they didn't have that. There's that happy balance that you gotta find, the happy medium of being there as a father,